Yes.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Why are you here today?
Member of the Christian People's Alliance.
Yes.
Because we believe that what's being proposed for our education systems here in Wales, Scotland and in England is far too much too young. We
Correct.
stand for education as opposed to indoctrination. And especially when one considers that if not 1.5%, but only 3.5% of the whole UK population identifies as LGBT, and less than half of that are in same-sex marriage relationships, what is really the point
Yes.
of the vast majority of our children having to learn about so-called alternative families, when really there are far more important things to be addressed? The 3 R's. The gospel, this country's heritage, believe it or not, we already have a written constitution.
Yeah.
It's the Bible,
Yeah.
Judeo-Christian values, which, okay, were not always perfectly upheld in the past, but at least it was a yardstick for which the whole of society knew what to abide by. And we, in gratitude, I had a good
Upbringing.
Christian upbringing in school as well.
Yeah.
We
We used to
learned,
pray
we learned-
assemblies and
we learned the Psalms in assembly. We
Yeah.
were taught gospel.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
We were taught that in assembly. We were taught it in our religious education then, which of course you'll probably agree was predominantly Christian, and it certainly didn't do me any harm, nor my younger brother, or any of my forebears. You at least had that yardstick, which is now, through this procedure, being in danger of being eradicated. And we are a new-ish political party based on the movement for Christian democracy. We're pro-life, so we've campaigned against euthanasia as well as on behalf of the unborn child.
Yeah.
We believe that there should be a turnover tax of at least 5% on companies that try and send their profits abroad, like these multinationals.
Yeah, big tech, big farmers.
Starbucks, Google,
Yeah,
and all the
got 'em all
rest.
out.
Let's get a turnover tax offset against corporation tax, mind
Yes,
you, so that we can cut the business rates on our high streets. You've only got to walk down, certainly my high street, and see the number of shops that have closed down.
Ghost town now.
Almost ghost towns, because business rates have been far too high.
Yeah.
And it's just so quick that coffee shops, these coffee multinationals move in, when really we need thriving high streets. And let's reduce the business rates so that physical shops can compete on a more even keel with people, purchasers who decide to order their goods online. Because let's face it, online ordering is going to be with us for the foreseeable future. But it hardly makes things fairer on what traditional high street shops, whether they be stores, corner shops, faithfully served by Asian neighbours over many decades.
Okay, one more question. How do you feel about transgenders teaching little 3-4-year-old children? Is it grooming in a massive scale?
It is. At best, it's absurd. At worst, it's grooming.
Yes.
The Bible says nothing about transgenderism, because God's